There's a legend of a haunted Arby's. Now, as many people know, Arby's is a fast food restaurant that contains roast beef and roast beef-related products, including horse radish, ketchup, and French fries. But something horrible happened to me one day when I was outside of Arby's in the Lower East Side of Manhattan. You see, I don't know how to read, and it's not because I can't. I just choose not to. I dislike reading. Hurts my head. I mean, for people who choose to read, I think that's great, but to me, I strongly dislike reading. Anyway, I was outside the Arby's when a magical homeless man with a sparkling Jesus beard came up to me and said, "Spare some change?" And I gave him 25 cents. He immediately went inside of the Arby's and began cooking roast beef. I was shocked. Arby's hiring the homeless? What an altruistic thing to do. So I walked into the Arby's, and believe it or not, there were no pictures on the menu. So I said, "Just give me some food," because I can't read. And the homeless man placed the large slab of roast beef sandwich on the plate. "Thank you, good sir," I said, tipping my hat. He charged me $100, and I said, $100 is a lot for this roast beef sandwich. He informed me it was a special kind of meat, the beet kind of Arby's meat, saved only for the highest quality employee. Turns out it was a human being he was feeding me. Human flesh. I didn't eat it. I immediately requested a refund. He gave me the refund, but only on one condition, that I would never tell anyone he was feeding people humans. From that point forward, I just apologized. "I'm sorry, dear sir, you can't find a job, you're just a homeless man." He tipped an invisible hat, and he rubbed his Jesus beard. Suddenly, $1,000 appeared on the counter. This was more money than I've ever seen before. And he told me Arby's was a hat restaurant. If you come into Arby's, you must wear a hat, and since you were wearing a hat, you have won the prize. Then he led me to the back, and as I was walking past a pile of gnarled, twisted metal used for cutting up meat, he said, "Why don't you stand on this picture of feet that was a chalk outline of feet that was on the floor with the butcher's knife hanging over it?" He said, "Put your feet here." And I said, "Okay." He then stabbed me and tried to cover me in horseradish, but I got out of there. When I opened the door, hundreds of bats flew out at me. More bats than I've ever seen in my life. They were flying and causing quite a hubbub. It was quite a catastrophe, but I made it out of the bats. I later found out that the homeless man had put the bats there to give me rabies in the event that I tried to escape that Arby's. New rabies plus sandwich which contains real rabies. I'm not a fan of rabies, but I do like a good bat every once in a while, as in a baseball bat or the flying mammal. That's the end of my horrible tale.